Oisei. Yes, Likashev Zei Maimer Hazoyar. So this idea that to bring together the Tanoim, which is Milmata Lamailo Birurim, with the Hashpoe of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, which is Milmailo Lamalto, the Hashpoe Likis, to get the both up. Like Asovet Tzadikai B'Tiyufta will also tie in Maimer HaZoyar with the saying of the Zoyar. That Zim no Chodo have a Tzarich al Molamidve. It was one time the world needed rain. Also, Lakamei Rav Shimon, so they came before Rav Shimon and Rabbi Yesi, Rabbi Chizkiya, Rabbi Yesi, Rabbi Chizkiya, Shar Chavarayu, and the rest of the group to ask the rabbis to pray, for the Tanoim to pray. V'ayidei shedorash lohem b'posuk hine matoim v'anoim sheves achim goimer, when he gave a drosha, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, on the verse matoim v'anoim sheves achim gam yochad. So Yorad Moto, then the rain started to come down. So it's explained in the Maimorim of the Tzemach Tzedek and Marash. Da'agam sheRashbi himshech yiridas hageshomim al yidei amiras Torah b'derech milmayla lamato. So although that Rav Shimon Bar Yochai drew down the descendant of rain through his saying of Torah, which was in a way milmayla lamato, from above to below, it still needed the elevation of the Mayim Nukvim, the feminine waters, the Sarusa de Latata, the Achabrayo, Vashrochim Sheshibchoisoi, of the group and the praises that they praised Rabbi Shimon. That way they impacted an advantage on Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Just similar to the idea, from my students, I get more than everything. They impacted an elevation in Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. We can say specifically that this happened with regards to rain. That they brought down the rain, is this connection to Liridus Geshomim, is the rain, is Kibemotor Kisiv, because with regards to the rain, it says Kiloi Hipter Goimer, Hashem did not have it rain, but Odom Ayin Lavid Esoadoma, since there was nobody to serve and work the land, Hashem didn't bring down the rain. The Iridas HaMotor Al Yidei Avodas Odom, because it's the avoid of Odom that brings rain. Ubefrat al yidei avodas hatshuvas, specifically, which service of man, which Allah Asman, which is arusa de letato, especially the service of tshuva. K'may merazal al haposik, as the sages say on the verse, Yareif kamotor likhi. So with regards to rain, it says Yareif. Yareif means the back breaking. Shovru habriyas es orpo. When they break their back, Yarif, the back breaking labor, then miyad motor yered, rain comes down, which means this arusa de letata, that brings about the rain. Miridas hamotor al yidei amidas toyot the Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. So through the rain coming down through the Torah of Shimon, which came from above to below, which is the avodah of Rav Shimon, and then Valo Asman the Talmido, and the bringing up of the mind of his students, which is Lomato Lamailo. So, like we said before, Hoyubeis Hamailo. So it was the two advantages. Maila did Tzadikim, Maila Bal Tshuva, the advantage of Tzadikim and Bal Tshuva. So there's a special connection to rain, and when there is the level of both L'mayla l'mata, which is the Torah of Rashbi Bar Yochai, and l'mata l'mayla, the praise that the other Tanoim gave for Rashbi Bar Yochai, you have the combination of these two avodas of tzaddik and the Malbal tree. The Rebbe says, we can also similarly we can add to it the Hamshoch Hasashefa de Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, that to bring down this flow of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai b'chinas Eson, which is the level of Eson Yechida. That's the level of the Yechida of the Neshama. So to bring down, we say that Rav Shimon Bar Yochai was the Memutza to bring it down to the Eisonim. The Eisonim are the Tanoim, Moisdei Eretz, that are the foundation of the land, the Inyan Habirurim, Bishul Inyan Habirurim. Two, because of the Birurim, so we bring down also this Milumaylo Lemato to the Tanoim from the Shefa of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, so that the Birurim could be even in a greater way. This is similar to what's explained elsewhere with regard to the Yechid of the Nefesh. The Rebbe explained this is Kuntrus in Yonish or Teres HaChasid, the Sibeis. So Vadiris explains the Zeh Shai Yechida Mispashetas Bedalad Amois of Shel Odom. We say that the level of Yechida expands into the 4 cubits of the person, and if there is a object, is koined shalachein dalad amis shel adam koines loy b'chol mokem, and therefore the 4 cubits of a person will acquire for him in every place, as the Gemara says in Bava Metzia. So there's a hefker object lying within 4 amas, he acquires it because the yechida expands, even if he didn't know about it, and he even without his knowledge, he still can. That is only for the purpose in order to acquire an object that is laying over there. And that's why there may make a difference. The Rebbe says in the Ha'orah between that maybe by Geneva or Bechid Matorah, there's in the halacha there could be an issue over here. This is Akno as davar gashmi shemechutz la'odom l'rishusei shel ha'odom. That is something which is out of the domain of the person to the domain of the person. But that wouldn't apply to Geneva or something like that. So that he could sort it out and refine it by using Shem Shemayim. So what's that connection to the Yechida of the person which gives him these 4 amas? Ki habiru d'dvarim gashmim davke. Because the sorting out of this physical matter, magia ba'etzem, that touches the etzem. Well, there's who got me the Torah Rashbi. Also, the Yechida of Torah, which is Torah Rashbi, she'im misoiredes v'nim sheches. How do you get that Yechida, the level of Torah, Yechida of Torah, b'shulinyan habirurim, is for the yin of birurim. So this is the way to get the Eson to the Esonim to be Mevarer in the world, because the Gashmis, the matters are the ones that are Me'orer, the Yechida, to come down. But Apikolan al Yuvan, so all of the above will understand. What was the praise uses? What did they say that they praise of Shimon Yochai? So maybe that brings the Maimer B'chtei la'oirer es ha'hashpoah Hey, what do we see? So we'll see that specifically what they praised him has this idea that you are bringing down from the high level to the low level. Rabbi Yehuda Korile Shabbos, he called him that he's Shabbos. And also Matpene Odin Avaya, who's the master Hashem, the Rashbi, that's Rashbi Shemaicha. As the Rebbe will now explain that these two praises, Shabbos and Matpene Odin Avaya, the Rab Shimon Bar Yochai, that fits in with this idea. Kibishvochim Elu, because in these praises, the Rumas Hamshocha Sa'el Yoim, over here it's hinted how the supreme, the higher, is drawn down, Shemuvdal Be'erech, that is relatively distinct and separate, Lamata, to bring down Lamata. V'yiseidim Mizu, not just that we bring down the Elyon Lamata, but we bring it down through the Avodas HaTachton. V'yiseidim Mizu Sham Shochi Al Yidei Avodas HaTachton, that the Samshochi is through the work of the Tachton. The Hine, the Shabbos, you see, with regards to Shabbos, it says, Ki Kodesh He, she is holy. The difference between Kodesh means holier than something, Kodesh means it's in essence holy. Kodesh Mila Begarmei, a world on itself. It's not holier, distinct from something, but it is in essence holy. It's Kodesh. Mila Begarmei, a world by itself. Hainu. So that means that what is the level? Shabbos umuvdal, that Shabbos is separated, distinct. The shaloi be'erech l'sheishes yimei hamasa, it has totally not compared at all to the 6th day of action. Yet the afal became, and yet nimshach migedushas Shabbos biyomim shalofon b'shalachos. From the sanctity of the Shabbos, it extends to the day that precedes Shabbos, and to the day that follows Shabbos, notwithstanding that Shabbos is distinct from the 6 days of the week. As we say, the Meyom Daled ve'elechu kamei Shabbat, starting from the 4th day, from Wednesday and on, it's already before Shabbos. But Ad Yom Daled, until the 4th day of the week, till Wednesday, Ubasar Shabbat is after Shabbos, as the Rebbe brings down the sources for this. And that is in addition, Noisib Lazeh, Shabbos name is Baruch Kuliyim, that all days of the week are blessed from the Shabbos. So you see, there's a hemshech, there's the Kedusha Shabbos to before to after the whole week. That's a Shabbos itself. The same thing is there as it relates to the person and his relationship with the Shabbos. Even though that Shabbos is holy and it stays there as its own, Yom Tov is made by a Yid, because we have to decide when Rosh Chodesh is, so that tells us when Yom Tov is. So it's up to Yisrael, Inu de Mekachi, but in Shabbos is always the 7th day. We don't have to do anything. They're always the 7 days Shabbos. So, notwithstanding Shabbos is in a high madrega, it's not up to the person. The person doesn't do it. The Mekivon, the Kedusha Shabbos, Kedusha's Naila B'Yosef. Since the sanctity of Shabbos is a very elevated Kedusha, which is Kodesh Mila B'Garmekinal, it's Kodesh, a world by itself, and Shayach Matvisus Yodam, a person cannot grab hold of it. Afal became, and yet, Niten Koyach Li Yisrael, still it was given power to a Yid to add to the sanctity of Shabbos. Like we say, Zocher is Yom Shabbos L'Kachim. That remember the day of Shabbos, we to make it, sanctify it. So which means while we can't do anything, make Shabbos, but within Shabbos we can add to the Kedushas of Shabbos because we're Mekadesh to Shabbos. V'achi Yisrael Meisif Gam V'hatayim to Shabbos. We also add in the delight of Shabbos, Kiloshin Razal, as our sages say in the Gemara in Shabbos, that Kol HaMahanig is a Shabbos if you delight the Shabbos, meaning that a person can add to the Shabbos. So you see here, on one hand, Shabbos is distinct, but yet from Shabbos, both Shabbos itself impacts the week, and the person, while he cannot make up Shabbos, but yet he can impact, the sanctity, the kache, the light of Shabbos, ma'anigas of Shabbos. So that's the example from Shabbos. In the second aspect that he said, who is the Pnei Ha'odin? That you go to see the face of the Master Hashem, he said, this is Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. The Havaya, who Shem Ha'etzem, Shem HaMeferish, V'Shem HaMyuchad. The name of Havaya, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, that's the essence name of Hashem. That is the explicit name, and that is the unique name of Hashem. But this that Hashem is called the Master. The fact that the Eibishter is called Odin, that is our sages tell us in Bereshis Rabbah, L'chon nikro Noel likris Adi Shem Odin Sha'ata Odin l'chol b'riyasecha. That you're a master, you're the Odin for all created being. So you have Havaya is the Shem Ha'etzem, the essence, the unique, specific name, the highest name of Hashem, and Odin is called because l'chol b'riyasecha. Because you're a master of all created being, of the Brias. In addition to the fact that the name Adnai is in the Sfiras Malchus, and the Malchus itself, as Malchus goes down to Bria, because you have Malchus as it is in Atzilus, and then you have Malchus as it descends into Bria, to create the world and to be the master over them. So he named Meloshin Razal, but they specifically use, they don't just say Odin for all created, they say created being, Briyasecha, Shata Odin L'chol Briyasecha, Briyasecha Davke. Creations, Mashma, Shashem Adnai. So this appears that the name, it appears the name Adnai, while Nivroim Elu, Shem Briyas Ba'alma. That this is these creations which are just created being, Briyas Ba'alma. The simple meaning of a master, the description of master is over slave specifically. So we have Bnei Ha'odin over here. So we have Bnei Odin Havaya. So you have the Odin and you have the Bnei Ha'odin. What is Bnei Odin Havaya? Who is Ardus the Havaya? That is the union, uniting Havaya Shema Etzem in Bechinas Adnai with the level of Adnai Odin L'chol B'riyasecha, the master of all those created beings. So you see also that connection from the upper, from the highest, Shema Miyuchad, with the level of Odin L'chol B'riyasecha. So Gam, Masha Mitzvah Riyah Kesiv, also in the mitzvah of Riyah, it's written, when do we say this pasuk? When there's a mitzvah to come and see Hashem, so all males have to see the Pnei Ha'odin Havaya. That's when Aliyah L'regel. Hine Amr Razal, sages tell us, Kishem Shebo Li Ra'os, has to be seen. Kachbo Liris, he also is coming to see. He's coming to be seen by Hashem, and he also is coming to see. In addition to the fact that when you go up for the holiday, or you would see godliness vividly. You see, meaning the seeing is even higher than grasping. And not only would you see, but it was also in the inner of the Elikos, to make sure kosu. The post says Yiro Gomer as Pnei Hashem Lekechot, so it's Pnei Ha'odin Havaya. In a Miseda Mizu, but more than this, Shari'is Ha'odom Belakus Milmata Lemailo, that this vision that the person was able to see godliness from below to above. That was in the same way as it was the seeing from above. That the way he came to be seen, so he comes to see. Yoshor Yechzu Ponemoy. You see Ponemoy, the Pneumius of Hashem, straight. Sharia Shalamato. Vahoria Shalamailo and Yoshor Bahashwa. The vision from above and the vision of below are equal. Nemar Bozeh Yeroe as Pnei Ha'odin Havaya. That's what we say, Pnei Ha'odin Havaya. Ki bichdei Shatia Yisardus Yorio Shalamati Maria Shalamailo. So that it should be that unification of the vision from below that the person sees, the leaders, together with the Yishol Mailo, who are Yidei Hamshochas Bechinas Odin Havaya, is Achdus the Odin im Havaya. The union of Odin in Havaya brings down that the Riya Velikus Milmata Lamaila and the Leirois Milmaila Lamata equal. There's another point you can add to it, that the mitzvah Siriya Nichlal Gam Havoas Kom. In the mitzvah of seeing, coming to see, it includes also the bringing of the carbon. It's called the Oila Siriya. Says, my face should not be seen empty-handed. You bring a carbon. So with this we see, you can tell the great advantage of the service of Birurim. That is only through the Korbanos Kashmir is lo Europa Nereko. And the extent is, according to one opinion, that means it has to be even from the lower level. The Rebbe brings the references of the that a bird is a higher level than the basar behema. Also see the Rabbi Shchita, but with one siman, that needs two siman. But in any event, some say so you need to even go down to the level of mamish having a behema, at least in one opinion. That's the way you see Ponai Gilui HaPnimis the Lakus, the revelation of the Pnimis the Lakus from the in a way that you can see it. The Adli Bechinas to the level of Yosha Yechzu Ponei, straight, you see in vision Ponei. Saying, Rapikol Hanal, Yuvan Gam HaKesher, the Istalkus of Shimon Bar Yochai, based on all the above, we also understand the connection of the passing of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai with Sfirasam. But actually, Yom Histalkus Nikro, the day of the Histalkus of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, is called up in Minhag Yisrael Torah by the custom of the Jewish tradition, which is a Torah B'Shem Lam Gimel Ba'imah. It's the 33rd day Maimer. That's so we associated with the Ba'imah. The is the Avodah. The service of counting the Omer is the sorting out of the emotion of Shabbos. The Aval became. So even though we're dealing with very low sorting out the Nefesh Abahamis, what happens through that? What do we say in the Daven? The Aval became, or the Adaram, not still, but on the kind of Mitzadze. But this mitzvah, the mitzvah of Surah Omer, unusual, powerful language that through Sfiras Omer, there will be a flow, a great flow in all words. Because it's specifically the service of the Birurim that reaches higher and higher. Shefa. The word Shefa as opposed to oil. Loy oil shu ha'or bilvad. Oil is merely a ray. El shefa, flow, substance, that is the essence of the item. So we're saying you're getting this, the mitzvah Sederim is shefa. It's a lot of love. Yosef shefa, and because it's such a great flow, lachem, it's adaribu sheboy, because of this level of lot, so much of the shefa. It extends and it's flowed in all worlds until this lower world of gufa, and this world itself to the lowest place that there's nothing lower. And this is the connection of the sphere days. And within the sphere, the 33rd day of the Omer. This is the end, completing avoided the sphere Omer, be Kore Hamidas in the main of the Midas, because you're completing the Chesed, Gebura, Tiferes, Netzach, and Hoyt. You're doing the Hoyt Shebahoyt, that's the Lag BaOmer. So most of the main Midas have been sorted out. The Stalkus Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, that's the connection to the Pasim Shema Yochai. Kavedosish of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, because this was the work of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, Lerape ulevapeles amechitzas shebin kol inyon, to heal and to take away partitions between all matters. Ulehamshich mimaylo mayla ad lamata mata, to bring down from higher to below. B'chinas Eson, b'chinas Oretz, from the level of Eson, which is the level of Yechida, to the level of Oretz. The Inyan Zeh Oimed Begoli. And this idea stands openly b'yoyim his talkusi b'Lag BaOmer, on the day of his passing Lag BaOmer. When it's Hoyt Shebahoyt, and that's the time of this Fides Yushpa Shafarav, as explained in the Holy Letter Alter Rebbe Shebiyema and Stalkus, that in the day of the passing in Ekol Avedus Ood Masharavad Meshchi Meichayev, all the work that the person worked for during his lifetime, Medes Begolu Kvishi Beshosh Bekoyer, stands openly as it's in its roots and source. This idea extends below Adli Simcha Shekipshuta, till literal joy. That from this comes a tremendous great simcha. Adli Simcha Peretzes Keder, to the joy that breaks through all the boundaries. Simchas Oilom, that's the Simchas Oilom, that's the posik of Yeshaya. Peretzes is Gidre Hagolus, which breaches through the boundaries of exile. Vias Agula Mitis Vashlema brings the complete, true and complete redemption through a righteous Mashiach. The Mashiach Osi Laosul Lasovet Tzadikai B'Tiyufta. He's going to bring tzaddikim to do tshuva. Also connected with spreading the wellspring. When Mashiach is going to come, when the wellsprings will spread to the outside. Very skilled idea, Bagola did